Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Mishel, and today my aunt is making Roshmalai for us, so I just want to take a moment and say thank you so much. This is one of my favorite sweets ever, apart from Roshmalai, and if you haven't seen that video, then make sure you check out my channel page, and while you're at it, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, and that like button. So right now, as you can see, we have some water, and she has poured in 2 cups of sugar. By the way, make sure you check out the last video that I uploaded, which was making Roshmalai featuring my cousins. That was a super fun video to make, and the majority of the video, you can understand better if you watch that one. So make sure you check that one out. As you can see, she had stirred the water and the sugar, and right now she has some Semolina and a 4th cup of sugar. I would say about the same measurement for the Semolina, but not exactly, and by the way, in the last video I said Semolina. I'm so sorry, I meant to say Semolina. So like I was talking about earlier, a lot of the video you can understand better in the last video. So you're probably wondering, how the hell did we get this mixture? Like, where did this come from? So I'm just about to explain that after telling you guys what she's added in. So she's added in the Semolina and the 4th cup of sugar, and she's just gonna mix that in with her hands properly. So about the mixture that you're literally looking at right now without the Semolina and the sugar, basically what we did in the last video was, or what my aunt did, sorry, I did not take part in making any of the Roshmalai, so again, thank you so much to my aunt. But basically, she added in some whole milk to a pot, let it boil, and at its boiling point, she added in the vinegar. It was so important to add it at its boiling point. You can't add it in after or before. It has to be at the exact time. So she had added in the vinegar, and after letting that boil and after mixing it, it had come to this consistency, and she drained out all of the water using a drainer. Alright, so now, after hand and mixing that for a while, she's going to be forming this mixture into the shape of what most Roshmalai are shaped into. And it's like kind of like this long version of Roshmalai, if I'm being honest. They taste a little different, and something that I love about Roshmalai is like the syrup, the sweet syrup. Again, I'm not really sure exactly what you would call that, but the sweet syrup, and I think that it just adds so much to the actual Roshmalai, to the actual sweet itself. And as you can see, she's been doing this for a while, and here's all of the Roshmalais on a plate. And she's just gonna continue shaping these and adding them in. And this must have taken forever, so thank you so much again. I cannot thank you enough. So as you can see, she has boiled some water, and now she is adding in the Roshmalais one by one. And she's adding them in one by one carefully so that they don't break. She could have added all of them in at once, but then the Roshmalais might have broken. And that would be really bad, because 1, how would she pick them up? 2, she took her time and effort to shape all of these, right? So we don't want these to break after all of the hard work and effort she's put into it. So make sure you're being gentle if you want to make this mishti or this sweet yourself. Mishti is how you say sweet in Bangla. And if you want to recreate Roshmalai yourself, make sure you check out the description box below, where I will write down all of the ingredients that were used in this video. So yeah. Alright, so now she's putting a lid on that, and she's gonna let it sit for a little. Okay, and as you can see, she's here again with the Roshmalai, and she's just making them rounder, you know, after being boiled for a little, after sitting there. As you can see, they've expanded. You know, they were a lot smaller than this, and they didn't really look the same. So now it looks like a lot better, right? It's expanded, and it'll even taste better after sitting there for a little. So that was the whole point of boiling the water and adding in the Roshmalai. So now that it's expanded, I'm not sure if you're seeing this, but I'm pretty sure she has put some something. She's put the Roshmalai on a plate, so she's just she's making them a little rounder, trying to bring it back to its shape. So this is the boiling milk and sugar and the Roshmalai too. Okay, so here's what it looks like after being boiled for a really long time. And as you can see, it's not as intense as it was earlier, and the Roshmalais have definitely expanded even more. So these look really, really good and very, very tasty. So as you can see, she's adding in some milk. And you're also seeing that she's stirring it so that the milk doesn't get stuck to the bottom of the pot. And this is the milk we were using today. And we used about 2 of these. Alright, so here's what it looks like after all of that, and honestly these look great, but I think we're missing something. So remembering the milk that we just added in, like just right now we're going to be adding in some sugar. And just like Roshmalai, remember these two are actually so similar. Sometimes I mess them up. Like I'm pretty sure I might have messed it up a little bit earlier in this video by saying that the Roshmalai was Roshmalai. Well, they're very similar in process, and they also look kind of similar, but also they're very different. So enough of me talking about their similarities. Let's actually get to the point of what she's doing with this milk. So as you can see, she added in some sugar, and that was, again, as you can see, she's adding in the Roshmalai to sweeten the Roshmalai and to expand it a little more. So that's basically the majority of what happens, to sweeten and expand. And I would say that this part is really important. And also this milk and sugar, that will basically be the syrup. So this is what I was talking about earlier in the video. This is something I like about Roshmalai, the syrup. Okay, and as you can see, the syrup was poured into the bowl along with the Roshmalai, and this is the final product. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!